and the Hornets are going to just simply take a knee, and that should be the last play of the game.
And that should be the final play of the game. Final score, Baker 28, the 4-0.
Well, the Hornets ended on a good note. Keyshawn Johnson leading them out to the field. Donovan Brooks right behind him. Zach Lee, some names that we're very familiar with. We'll miss these guys.
Yeah, those are names that we've called out a lot over the course of the last 3 years, and they will dearly be missed from this program, and there's no question about that. And we hate to see them leave, but that's the thing about high school football is this group will come through, and then there'll be another group, and then another group after that, and
I think that depth is going to be such a challenge. It's a small roster. That is going to be a challenge for them all season long. And off back to Dwan James.
That's the final seconds there.
That will do it. So Baker, it's their first ever win in school history.
Against Williamson.
They've lost all 4 times they played, and now they're able to get the win. First time in school history. And Williamson, after giving up 399 points last year, setting a school record for the most points allowed, to go back to the drawing board a little bit and try to regroup. But as we said, at Blunt next week. Hey, how about the game coming up Saturday, Vic? We mentioned a little bit earlier, but a heck of a game, Blunt and Viger this Saturday night in Pritchard. That is going to be a fun high school football game.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to be Alabama-Auburn at the beginning of the year.
He said it. Did you hear that? He said it.
After the Alabama comes out first, they're behind us still. Check the polls. But anyway, it's going to be an exciting game. And
take a knee, and they will be 2-0. 1-0 in the region.
And Murphy just 0-1 since last week was a jamboree, correct?
Correct. Murphy take on Mary G next week. And Chapel does just that, takes the knee.
Well, that's the first time I've seen a victory formation where they shot the ball back. You usually want that quarterback under center to get his hands on it quick and get down.
2 years in a row, Baker has defeated Murphy. Quite an accomplishment for this young Hornets team that is on the rebound for sure. How long before Coach French has a grandbaby in his hand to celebrate the victory tonight?
Let's see.
It won't be.
Choose a trend, man. Congratulations to Baker. There you go. There's the grandbaby.
On the way to be delivered.
That's the new one, too. That's the 2014 model. He's right off the showroom floor.
All the latest upgrades. Well, I love the sportsmanship you see right there. Both teams shaking hands.
That's a lot of players.
Yeah, it is. And saying, we'll get you next year.
It's like Penn State and Michigan wrapping up
wrapping up a game. Good job. Had fun. But we'll see you in the playoffs, or we'll see you next year.
When his foot hit it as well, not the usual sound. And so now Prattville's defense comes up with the biggest stand of the night, and Baker is going to have to match them, or they're going home.
Any kind of points right here closes the game out.
Washington gives it off. Mays inside the 5-1, just touchdown Prattville.
Yeah, good leg drive that time out of that back. Just refusing to go down. No need to do anything in terms of extra point. Football game's over, and Prattville come down here and victorious. Deflated Baker crowd here.
Christian Mays broke one tackle, got to the outside. Gildersleeve trying to.
Saraland, look forward to that so much next week, but I heard somebody describing some traffic on the Bayway. Said it's like a parking lot here. Now I really know what they mean.
Yeah, you're going to have to let us use your chopper that weekend.
Let me tell you.
We're going
to work something out.
Yeah, it is bad. And, hey, you know how late I'm getting there, and everybody's coming when I'm coming.
Yeah, I tell you, Dan and I talked about we're going to park at the Walmart and Uber it to the press box. I'm going to have the Uber waiting to take me out of there with some.
I just hope it's my first Uber ride is not some really weird Uber guy. I don't
I don't know how they got the stadium pass fire code to do that. One way in, one out, to be honest.
Well, we'll report back to you in 2 weeks how the post-game traffic is. But this one is over in all. McGill Tulane. Dominant performance here, 35-0, and they controlled it from the opening kick.
Yeah. A couple of guys that have a lot of respect for each other.
Genuinely like one another.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell that from our interactions that they had at the pregame show.
And I think that one can relate to the other.
Sure. Yeah.
Because Caleb Ross last year
kind of went through.
Not everybody was crazy about the way the Jackets were playing internally.
Yep.
With the fan base, and they're happy that they just.
4 seconds remaining in the game. Rick Cawley's Murphy Panthers will advance to 1-0 on the season after a 28-20 victory in a hostile environment on the road against a rival.
This game was good all the way down to the next to the last play. Boy, it looked like the Baker Hornets were just out of it. But a couple of huge breaks late in their drive went their way. A sack taken by Verdon at the end just kind of killed it. And the Murphy Panthers get out of here with an 8-point victory.
You couldn't have asked for a better game. We'll be back with post-game coverage of the Mobile County Public Schools High School Football Game of the Week. The Murphy Panthers with a 28-20 victory over the Baker Hornets.
Everywhere that we go,
all you got to do is just run a conventional style offense and just dare people to stop it.
24 seconds remaining in the game. The second team units for both teams out there just fighting away, trying to get some playing time and experience. You got to build depth. It's going to be a long season.
Yeah.
And both of these teams are still looking towards the playoffs.
Tim, this one is going to be pretty much academic here. When they whistle the ball back into play, Baker really doesn't even have to run another play. Both teams can just really make their way out to the midfield stripe and just go ahead and just have the customary end of the game handshake, and that's exactly what we're going to have. And Eric Collier, his Theodore Bobcats team is going to run to a 3-0 record here at home against the Baker Hornets to the tune of a final score of 34-10.
A big victory for these Theodore Bobcats, 34-10 over the Baker Hornets in the Mobile County Public School High School Football Game of the Week. It's the first time since 2001.
To close out this game, now it's just victory formation, take a knee, and get out of here with a win if you're the Hornets.
Malcolm Lee with multiple interceptions on the night has been making plays left and right. We talked about his senior leadership. The Baker Hornets have missed him early on in the season. He's been a crucial piece tonight. A major interception is going to end the game as the Hornets take a knee, and they are going to walk out with a huge region victory, 41-34.
Wow. What a way to get your first win at home, then a big region win over a rival in Theodore, as both teams now make their way to the center to midfield. And they'll have the customary congratulations handshake, and it was well earned. 75 total points put on the board tonight, Tim.
What an incredible game. I mean, what an incredible display of offense, defense, multiple touchdowns, multiple interceptions, turnovers left and right. Baker finishes 41-34. It was a thriller in the Hive. Indeed.
Boy, it's like you said, live in the Hive.
Let's head down to the field with Al Whedon, standing by with the winning coach, Danny Smith.
We're here with winning head coach Danny Smith. Coach Smith, I know it's September 2nd. It feels like November 2nd, a playoff matchup.
Wow, what a game. That is a war. I'm telling you, it's two fine, outstanding teams going at it the whole time, man. I mean, if this wasn't a playoff atmosphere right here, I don't know what is. I mean, what a great high school game. And neither team deserved to lose, man. Theodore played their guts out, and so did we. What a high school game.
The buzzing Baker backfield of Bracey and McMillan. Talk about your backs tonight.
I mean, they're special. I tell you, man, they both run extremely hard. And, picky poison. I mean, run a lot of option plays up front. We're going to read the guys, a lot of stuff that we do with those guys. And I'm very fortunate and blessed to have two outstanding athletes like Trey McMillan and Darius Bracey.
Coach, I know you got married here over the summer on the 50-yard line, but when your back got that interception, I saw you jump as high as you could, like she said yes right there.
Yeah, I'm an emotional guy, man. I coach with enthusiasm and stuff like that, and what a play. I mean, Malcolm Lee makes the interception right there, that's awesome, man. He's the leader of our defense, and I can't say enough good things about him.
Coach, congratulations on your first area win there.
Thank you, man. I tell you, it's a long, it's not but one, and it's a lot to play for this year. And Theodore's going to be in the race, I promise you.
All right, congratulations there.
Thank you, man.
Back up to you guys. It feels like the playoffs, but it's wrapping up week 3, man.
I'll tell you what, Al, what a way to kick off Labor Day weekend.
Wow.
He thought college football was going to be the.
I mean, he was diving and he was going to be well short of the first down.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not sure they get up to
To the line of scrimmage and snap it.
right with only 16 seconds left.
You gotta heave it now. You got some safeties that are back around midfield.
Robinson rolls out.
Yeah, that's what I thought we'd get.
He's looking, but this is gonna get up the near sidelines and out of bounds with 7 seconds left.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to have seen him do on both those plays.
A talented runner.
That's what I was about to say. That is one of the best players on the field, if not the best player on the field.
So now it's
When their Murphy offense is out there, so let him do what his thing is.
Yeah, it's 4th down. But bigger pressing issue is 7.4 seconds left, and now you've got a couple of Baker safeties back on the tarmac at Mobile Regional. Robinson floats it up the near side, looking incomplete, and that's going to be the game because it was 4th down.
Well, Baker hangs on at home to pull it out. Congratulations to that man there, Coach Smith. And certainly want to congratulate the Murphy Panthers for showing some Panther pride to claw their way back into this game.
Wow, what a game here. The officials are trying to talk because there was actually like 2.4 seconds left on the clock. I think that's what they're discussing, but nope, they're going to get him off the field. And
yeah, that's the principal line there, and he's showing them the way safely out of here, I assume.
32-29. Baker holds on to the home field win. Murphy falls to 1-3.
But what a ball game we've had, guys. Yeah. We are long overdue for it, and we got our money's worth tonight.
Yeah, and I think such a different Murphy team than we saw, obviously, a few weeks ago. But like the competitiveness and the resiliency bouncing back. But you got to hand it to Baker coming up with the win here at home.
Pretty even matchup.
I would say, yep.
And that's what we anticipated, and certainly, you're seeing a good ball game makes the chopper ride for Jim back okay, and back to the yacht there.
Yeah, I could really use one of those right now, Vic. I
tell you what,
could use one on the way here and the way home.
Dan will tell you if the seas will be choppy tomorrow, whether you can get out there or not.
Yeah, so Danny Smith, can you imagine? He's going to be a little excited when he talks to Tara about this victory here. And I think we're ready to.
Well-deserved, hard-fought victory and good sportsmanship by the team.
Yep, Tara has caught up with Danny. Tara.
Coach, first off, an exciting win and a huge reception by Melvin Hill to put your team in a position to score. Talk us through that play call to get it to Melvin.
Well, we had no timeouts at that point right then. We knew how to throw the ball, and we saw the matchup we had with Melvin Hill out here, and, we called the fade, and, Melvin had to go up and make a play, and he did. Big-time players make big plays in clutch, and he stepped it up and made a huge play right there.
And you told me at halftime that you were going to really ride Trey and Darius the remainder of the game. How are they able to be so successful against such a physical Panther defense?
Well, they just believe in themselves. They feed off each other. They're like brothers. They're extremely close to each other. And, we made adjustment at halftime. I said, look, Coach, we're going to keep running the ball until they stop us. And we're going to pick our chances, when we go deep. And right there at the end, they did. We knew they was putting an extra guy in the box to stop the run. And we liked the matchups we had on the corner. It was a perfect call by Grady McCluskey. And what a play for Melvin Hill to go up and get the ball.
All right. Thank you, Coach, and congratulations.
Yes, ma'am.
Danny Smith excited, and rightfully so. It's